Hey everyone, today we're gonna cook a little bit of stuff from the garden. We're gonna go ahead and cook some of the corn today. The other day I took off a few cobs and cooked them, even though they're not completely done yet, but I actually really loved it. I broke off some that are small, and it's just like eating baby corn, but it's not that small, it's like medium sized. Here's one that's a bit bigger. I just broke the whole stalk, so better take the other one off of that one. It's hard to rip them off when they're not ready. When corn's ready, they break off a lot better. So we're gonna take those and we're gonna fry them up. We can just slice them like a hot dog, and it's actually really good. You can eat the cob and everything when they're like medium sized. We're also gonna take some potatoes that I dug up in here, fry some of them up today. I want to see how a fried green tomato comes out too. Put one of them in there. Can even try frying one of these ones. I've seen it done on the internet, but I'm not breading it or anything. See how it turns out. So I just dug up a ton of potatoes here yesterday. I got more than I expected to be in there. I also ripped up a bunch of carrots too, and I already got them in the house, so we're gonna go and do a little bit of cooking with what grew out here. Today I just upgraded the pot of these guys. This cactus is doing so good. I bought it a year ago. Right here you can see how big it was. It got fatter over the last year, but it had a growth spurt, and now it's starting to grow a little bit more again at the top, and it outgrew its pot. It was all the way to the edges of the pot, so now it has a lot of space, and these other two guys got a lot of space. See, this one grew really slowly. I hate that when you buy a lot of cactuses, there's a fake flower glued on it, because if you don't take it off, it tries to grow around it, which messes it up, and when you pull it off, the glue can sometimes mess it up. That one there, I don't think I've really noticed any growth, but it's not dying. This over here, the aloe plant, it's looking a little bad. That's just because it got a little overwatered, but we'll leave it alone for a while. Here's another aloe plant. Got this cactus up here. And I bought this around Christmas time. This is a Australian pine tree or evergreen tree. It's doing good. And I got this monkey tree, which everyone thinks is a pot plant when they come in here. And got this guy up here. So here's what I picked out of the garden the other day. Got one zucchini, which came from a plant that wasn't even supposed to be there. So I had a zucchini plant that I grew a couple of them earlier in the year, but it got snuffed out by lack of sunlight because the tomato plants got so big. This was in a pot with a bunch of annuals I planted because I threw all the dirt from the seedlings that didn't grow. But this one later grew and it was in there with them. Here's a tiny, tiny potato. More potatoes. We'll fry up a couple of those today, and those carrots before they go bad. Now potatoes, I'll probably have those for a good month before they even start going bad. Those have a long life inside the house, and I got plans for them maybe later in the week to make something. Now we gotta open these up and clean these off. I'm so happy the earwigs didn't get into my corn this year, it appears. At least I haven't found any yet. Maybe because it's too tight for them to get in when it's small, but last time I grew corn, there was so many earwigs inside it. You see how it's not completely grown? I smell it, it smells sweet, and it tastes good too. It's nice and tender, so you can easily bite into it when you quickly cook it up. It's just like baby corn you buy at the store, but this is more like medium corn, and it actually tastes really, really good. Today I just got done planting a bunch of things in the woods. Actually got a couple blisters there from shoveling so much. At the Home Depot they had trays of really tiny cedar trees. I bought a couple of them. I got some white cedars, which I believe are native here, and a tray of red cedar trees. Most people make them into hedges, but I randomly placed them around the yard, and hopefully they'll turn into nice trees. They appealed to me because they grow really fast. And now this one's going to be absolutely tiny by the time we open it. Yeah, we have a frost in the forecast this upcoming week. One day, it's going to be 30 degrees at night, it says. We also have a couple days that are right at it. Then next week it gets a little bit warm again. So I'm going to try to save the garden. A lot of people in my comments told me just to run the sprinkler before the sun hits it in the morning, and it should save them from whatever frost they have. So I'm just going to set my sprinkler timer to turn on like at the crack of dawn and run for a good hour. And that maybe will do it. So we got the corn here. Got a tomato. We're going to go ahead and fry these up today. I never tried frying a green one or a regular one, so I wonder how frying up some slices is going to do. Never tried it. I'm going to try it right now. Let's get some frying pans. Here we got a purple potato. The thing I like about potatoes is that even if you nick one of them like this, getting them out of the ground with a hoe, so it kind of cauterizes itself, you can still eat it for a while. It's not ruined like other fruit that would start rotting from that point. And we can cook the little tiny one. Got some carrots. Try a tomato. See how that turns out. That's actually hard in the middle. The one I ate the other day was not hard like that. I fried them up the other day. Let's see. All right, that one might be a little too big. That might be the problem. The rest of these should fry up really nice. See how easily it goes through these tinier cobs? What about the tip of this? Yeah, that's all we're gonna use right now. That'll go throw that out in the yard, and we got turkeys that keep coming around. They'll pick off little pieces of corn. I feed the turkeys all the time in the winter. I'll leave trails of corn on all the trails around, and they actually come follow it back. This is a very juicy tomato. This is a big beef. I'm happy this one's nice and juicy. The last big beef, I think it was overwatered. This week there's not much rain. I'm running the sprinkler, so that's a lot better for them. Next week is, unfortunately, if it survives, all rain every single day. So that causes some of the vegetables to rot. And we'll finish off the zucchini tonight before it starts going bad. That part kind of dried out, so I'll throw that off to the side. Good. I made a video the other day camping. I don't know if I posted it yet or not, but this stuff here, it came out extremely good. Frying it up in butter and even adding some bacon grease, it tasted really good too. So we got these over here. Let's heat it up a little bit, let it start melting. All right, I just shut off the heat. We're gonna let these cool down for maybe 10 minutes before eating. I just tried some of the corn. The char and a little bit of burnt on the edges is tasting so good, especially with all that butter. I added a good amount of pepper, added some garlic salt, and some hot pepper flakes. That is still gooey, but it might be good. The green tomatoes fried up really nicely. They're not gooey at all. Everything's nice and cooked. Let it cool down a little bit, and then I'll give it a try. Alrighty, just wiped out all the butter. We don't want that going down the sink. And that smells and looks really good. Even that red tomato looks nice and crispy. I bet it's gonna be good. Let's give it a try. I also got a bunch of broccoli I gotta fry up another day before our first frost. But I'm gonna try to save it, like I said, with the sprinklers. And also, it's pretty tolerant to frost broccoli. I dug up my onions. I only got 2 tiny ones like this big, and I ate them the other day. Now, I let it sit around for a little while, but I know it's still very hot. Let's give it a try. I love the baby corn when it's got a little bit of crispiness on it. Cooked pretty good. Can't get that one on the fork. But I love the baby corns. Got the nice crispy potato. Very similar to when I grill them. I love grilling potatoes. I'm gonna try that bright red juicy tomato that's now fried and crispy. That's incredibly good. I'm gonna try the green one now. Also good, but I like the other one better just because it was crispy. Got the carrot. Gotta try the white potato, or this is a red one. Got a bunch of zucchini. So this came out very good today. I'll finish that in a moment. And I hope today's video was interesting, everybody. Thanks for watching and have a great day.